We'll begin with some breaking news coming in at this moment. Following heavy rains in Jammu, 4 people, including a child, was injured when a house collapsed in Nowshera area of border district of Jammu today. All injured were shifted to Rajouri district hospital. Meanwhile, in Srinagar, rainfall has stopped since midnight, providing some relief to the residents. Let's go across to Shuja, who joins us live for more on this morning. Shuja, we can see behind you that the water levels have in fact increased. Just take us through what really is the update that you have at this moment and also this latest breaking news that you are getting us.
Well, Sanket, the update basically is that it seems that the worst has come true. The state of Jammu and Kashmir officially has announced that it is a flood situation for the people of Kashmir Valley. I just received a message from the government, and they have declared that the flood meter gauges that are established, one at South Kashmir and another in the central Kashmir, which is in Srinagar, have crossed the red line. In Srinagar at Ram Munshi Bagh, the meter rating is at 18 points. The normal level would start at 16, and the danger level begins at 19, which means that the red level has already been crossed and the worst has come true. Sanket, this is just around seventh month from the September 14 floods, and the memories are still fresh in the minds of the people. This is the river Jhelum, which actually in September 2014 had breached at various places, various embankments, and had flown into the residential areas. And at this point of time, the level in this river is only increasing, though there is a little bit of relief when it comes
Shuja,
to
I'm sorry to cut you short at this moment. I'm going to come back to you in just a short moment from now. On the phone line right now is Sonam Mattu, who is the local Met Department chief there in Srinagar. If you can hear me, can you tell us the latest update at this moment? What really is the situation at this moment? We'll try going across to Ms. Sonam Mattu in just a short moment from now. Sorry, Shuja, I had to cut you short. You were saying?
Well, yes, Sanket. In fact, once we were talking about Sonam Lotus, he is the Met officer. I spoke to him, and he has said that there's going to be some decrease in the rainfall. However, the bad weather prediction or forecast is still 4th of April, which means that after a brief lull, there could be more rainfall. That is the cause of concern. And with the kind of rise in the level of water in River Jhelum, this is only creating more and more panic among people. The administration late last night has issued a full-blown warning to people living along the sides and the banks of River Jhelum, and have been told to evacuate to safer places, go to those areas which are not prone to floods, or go to those places which have been earmarked as shelters for those people who come out from flood-prone areas. It seems that the administration is trying to do its best, but when it comes to floods,
let's go across to yes, Shuja, coming across to you in just a short moment. Mr. Altaf Bukhari from the Flood Control Ministry now joins us. Mr. Bukhari, can you tell us what is the situation at this moment? Is there or is there not a flood alert in Jammu and Kashmir?
There is a flood alert in Srinagar. We have already crossed the danger mark. Jhelum is flowing above the danger mark. So we are advising people in the lower levels to go to the safer places. We have created shelters, and these have been notified. There is a flood alert. We have already declared a flood alert.
Mr. Bukhari, those low-lying areas because of September 2014 floods were clearly identified and earmarked. Could you tell us how much time before people can actually move to safer locations?
They should move. I would say they should start moving. We have been telling since yesterday evening through the medium of radio, television. I will use this occasion to tell them through your medium also they should leave.
Mr. Bukhari, how worse can it actually get in the sense that how long should people actually consider moving to safer locations?
There is a Met prediction up till 4th about rains. If the rains may subside today, that is what the meteorological department says. But there is every apprehension on the 1st and 2nd, the rains will be again very heavy. So our our advice to people is let them move to the safer areas, which is not very far from their homes. I can tell you about Srinagar. It is within a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers. We are putting them in these community halls, schools, and everything. We will try to make their life easier there, but we have to understand.
I was meaning to ask you this question, Mr. Bukhari. What efforts are being made by the Flood Control Ministry?
Look, per se, I don't look after the Flood Control Ministry. I am the Roads and Buildings Minister, but Flood Control Ministry, our men are on the watch. They are on the banks of the river, on the nalas, everywhere. We are seeing wherever there are breaches, we are trying to plug the breaches. Fortunately, up till now, we don't have a major breach of the Jhelum. But we are on guard. We are not taking any chances so that people are not taken unawares as happened in September 2014. But you will appreciate it as a natural thing. Very less is within our hands, but we are trying to make it easier for people to go to the safer places. If they need any transportation, vehicles are available, roads are still motorable, they can move out.
Okay.
My request to everybody would be, please move out.
Okay. Mr. Altaf Bukhari, many thanks for joining us and telling us what really the government is doing. Sonam Mattu, the Met Chief at Srinagar, now joins us. If you could tell us what really is the prediction of the Met Department, how long before the rain actually stops?
As of now, as per the latest report we are getting from our various information from our observatories, rainfall has ceased since early morning, since today's early morning. There is no report of any rainfall. Although some places in South Kashmir are reporting light rainfall, but the main system that is giving rainfall has moved away from the state. And we are expecting from today, tomorrow, and on the first day of during the daytime of 1st April. So there weather is likely to remain mainly cloudy, but at times there will be some spells of light rain. But there will not be heavy spell of rain anymore because the main system has moved away. So the latest weather from Kashmir is like this, and of course, but in other parts of, it's not only about Kashmir, but in Rajouri area, Poonch in Rajouri area, which is also vulnerable to flood. So there we are expecting, we are expecting rain to continue today, and by today afternoon there should be significant decrease in rainfall activity. Like there is already significant decrease in rainfall activity from almost all parts of Kashmir as of now.
Now, rainfall stopping is one part. The other is the swelling up of the river. Now, if rain stops right now, of course, it will take some time before the water actually recedes, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, because you are very right. Like the government has already said, although it rained last night in areas of Jhelum and other rivers, so it may take some time actually to reach to the adjoining area. Therefore, it is also it is advised to people to move to safer, just
Absolutely.
for a precautionary measure to move to safer places. Although, from weather point of view, we are not expecting any spell of heavy rainfall as of now.
Okay. Sonam Mattu, many thanks for joining us at this moment. O.P. Singh, the Director General of the NDRF, now joins us on the phone line. Mr. Singh, appreciate you joining us at this moment. The NDRF, as well as other agencies, did a remarkable job in September 2014 floods. What really is the situation at this moment? How many teams of the NDRF have been kept on standby, and how many of them are actually have started the relief and rescue operation?
The good news is that there hasn't been any rain for the last couple of hours, so we are happy about it. But the IMD has predicted more rains for another few days. So there is nothing to get panic about it. People naturally are very apprehensive because they have seen the last year's severe flood. But we are taking all precautions. As a matter of precautions, in consultation with the state government, we are dispatching 2 teams of NDRF. They are being airlifted from Bathinda to Srinagar, and from there the state government may utilize them wherever they want it. And on standby, we have kept 4 teams at Ghaziabad as well as at Bathinda. If the need be, they can immediately rush to those affected areas. And these NDRF teams are carrying all kinds of equipment like inflatable rubberized boats. They're carrying diving sets, life jackets, life buoys. They're also carrying satellite phones because sometimes you get the communication also gets broken. So they're carrying all kinds of equipment with them. So we are well prepared this time, and because of this pre-positioning and proactive deployment, perhaps we'll be in a better position to.
Mr. Singh,
yeah.
that last point that you made, Mr. Singh, and I can't help but ask, what have been your lessons from September 2014 this time around? What will keep you more prepared this time around?
Last time the communication front was very weak. It was completely broken. We couldn't communicate with each other, not to talk of the public at large. Even the officers and men within the team, within the various agencies that were working, we couldn't communicate with each other very well. And that is why we had to rely on the army communication network. This time, I hope the situation doesn't deteriorate to that level. And last time also the mobile connectivity was also almost broken. So this is one lesson that we have learned, and we are working on that. And second would be that we are pre-positioning our teams and well in advance. In fact, 6 teams are already, we are making them ready, and 2 teams are airlifted. I think within an hour or so they'll be reaching Srinagar. So these are few lessons we have learned.
All right, Mr. O.P. Singh, appreciate you joining us at this moment. The DG of NDRF speaking to Headlines Today at this moment. So those are the reactions that we actually got you. We spoke to a representative from the Jammu and Kashmir government, giving us the level of preparedness as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned to deal with this situation. We spoke to the Met Department official in Srinagar, who said that rains may have stopped at this moment, but then the threat does exist, and the warning has in fact been issued. Low-lying areas must be vacated. And also the Director General of NDRF, the National Disaster Relief Force, which says that they are in a state of preparedness. A few teams have already reached Srinagar and some are on standby.